Hotshot, Jetfire, Vector Prime, Landmine, Scattershot, Optimus Prime.
And I'm Optimus Wilbur. Welcome everyone back to another Optimus Wilbur Reviews, and if you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button, share the video, because I know everybody's been talking about this Flame Commander bot, and why not leave a little like or a comment, anything like that. You know these help the videos. So I do apologise, there's been a long time since a video. And I'm so surprised that Flame Commander showed up in the post, but not my Toy Hacks decals, which I'm waiting on to finish. Basically a restoration, which is going to be a video, and obviously Toy Hacks videos. Those bots are sitting at the side here, but the main focus today is Flame Commander. This guy was pre-ordered the minute I could get my hands on the pre-order code. And he hasn't disappointed. A few little nitpicks, and I will point them out, and just so buyers beware. Now, with this one, what I've noticed is basically, on like this platform here, I use obviously for display, he doesn't really like to stand. As you can see, he's not really got good like movement in the feet, like pinning down, but when he does stand, it's fine, and it seems to be a hard surface. But anything like this, even though it's flat, he's just wanting to go over, and it's obviously just a little bit of weight issue. And apart from that, there's just nitpicks in the transformation, how it looks, and that's just personal opinion, how I want it to look. It's not on the actual model itself as like a selling point. It's just, this is how I always picture Hot Rod. Now, with this buy on eBay, much to my surprise, because I had to check all my accounts, all I can say is thank you, China and seller, for charging me one, but sending me two. So I've got two Flame Commanders. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. I really don't know. It's not usually something I do. There's only certain bots I like to have two of. There's very few and in between. Very few. But I've got two. But let's get into the nitty gritty. So let's sharpen up this camera so we can take a good look at them. As you can see, I've put the Toy Hacks decal on him, and looking at him like this, he's got like that Generation 1 Hot Rod look, especially with the legs down here. I'm going to turn down my light just a fraction, and you can see like they've added the details in here with the original legs from that toy. Apart from that, he's really good looking. How a third party company can take essentially what is the MP09 bot and make it work without it breaking is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So let's go into the extras of what we've got in the box. So stay. Stay. Hot Rod, stay. Stay. Now, of course, you get the Target Master. This transforms as well. Transformation is, of course, it's simple. It's just you're bringing down the legs, flip the head round, and there's a little Target Master. You have his guns, which can combine to form Rodimus's rifle. And you do have the circular saw. And this, they call it the chainsaw in the back. But that's basically what it is. It's a circular saw. And the neat thing is, it's just got a little peg so you can hold it in the hand. And it fits really good. The other thing which this MS-19 comes with, and I'm starting to see it more now, and I'm starting to get it, you get this little drop ship, little drop pod. You open it up inside, and what you have is another one of those little robots. That there is a spare fender in the box you can put on the back of it, but I'm not going to pay much attention to this because of course the main focus is on Flame Commander. The only thing it can do, of course, it's got its weapons there, and you can put one of the weapons for Hot Rod on him. Is if you lift the head, I'm just going to quickly do this off camera, and put it back down. You stick the head out like that, and then obviously the fender goes in the back, it houses weapons, and that's it. It's a nice little extra. I didn't think it was going to be in the box. Now, weapon-wise, like I said, you've got them, you've got his blasters on the side, so if we put on the circular saw, and even let's equip his Target Master, and this might give some weight to him. It might, because I managed to get him to stand for the photo. So there you go, I've got weight. And there you go, there's Hot Rod, well, whatever they want to call them. What is it? You've got Warrior mode and Commander mode, so they're hinting at the Flame Commander. Hot Rod, I'm just going to stick to basics. It's easier for me to remember. So here's Hot Rod mode, Target Master and Circular Saw, as you've seen in the movie. Now, to get them into Rodimus Prime, it's even simpler. We're going to have to take off Circular Saw. Let's take off the Target Master. We'll put them aside. Now, you're going to get these clips. And these clips go on the bottom of the legs to slide them on. And if you want to make it special, of course, you can open the chest, bring these parts up. And there you go. There's his Matrix of Leadership. And of course, now it looks like Rodimus Prime. And the neat thing is, when he transforms into Rodimus Prime, there is such an amazing throwback to the Generation 1 toy. And they've done a great way of doing it. So now we're going to look at the transformations. Let's get him into car mode first. And then we'll go into truck mode. Before we start the transformation, let's take a look at the truck. It's actually quite a good mould. And as you can see, it's the same as MP09. The visor's hidden under the bottom of the windscreen. And yeah, it opens up and out comes the turret for Rodimus Prime. And yes, he can stand on it, which is a nice little feature. That to me is great marksmanship. It is up there with that Optimus Prime. I keep forgetting what video it was, but it's the engineering's really good for the scale. And it blows me away. Transformation is simple. It's actually a lot easier compared to the Flame Commander review. Or Flame Warrior, sorry. I did. Now, to transform Hot Rod, first off, let's turn his head. And then what you want to do is unpeg backpack. You can turn that round. And just leave it like that just now. Come here. And what you want to do is lift up the windscreen. And you can see his engine. Take out the engine. Fold the head back in on itself. And that's that secured. Come at the front. Lift up the front here. And then what you do is pull the arms down. Ever so much. And they want to give. There we go. And as soon as you get to there, fold out that part. And hey presto. You've got the front done. Now that you've got the arms pushed back up, which kind of closes this off, next you want to house these blue parts you see, and they just click in, like so. And that's actually a better fit than it was this morning. I think this morning it was just obviously brand new and it's just getting used to everything. Come now back to the back part, lift this up and open these parts out. Come to the legs, and what you do is twist on in themselves like this. Come to the wheels, lift this up and just peg this part out. The foot, just fold up. And if I can get this little bit as well. So now you've got the legs like this. What you want to do now is collapse in on himself, like so. Move the exhaust out of the way. Do it for this side. And it seems to be that I've transformed this a couple of times, and it's actually making it a bit more like movable, which I do appreciate. Usually the third party ones are still as stiff as anything. Now, as you can see, there's a peg here, and there's a hole in the leg. And what you want to do is just line them up ever so much. And that locks the leg in. So we'll do it for this one. Move it up, lock the leg in. Now come back down. And what you want to do is, you can actually, if we do this way, that's better. Put the legs that way, the feet, sorry. Move the wheels in. Twist the exhausts back round, so now they're lining up a lot better. Come to the back bit. And here's the problems starting to come in, because it's all down to pegs and hoping you get them on. Now, as you can see, it's trying to fit on a peg that it's basically hard to see. Okay, so where these two pins are, you've got to enclose it in here. So if you bring it down, and if you line one up, you can usually get the second one. There we go. And then what you've got then is these parts. Just let them just go on nicely. And there you have it. There is Hot Rod. And I really do like this mould. Now, like I said, this is where the complaints come in, and it's just purely on my own. You can see clear there's a little gap, obviously because of transformation. But apart from that, when you think of the Flame Warrior review where nothing lined up in transformation mode, it still doesn't. That's the bad side. And this one is so flush. It is unbelievable how good this looks. Now, just the nitpicks, and it's literally just a nitpick, purely because I'm a Hot Rod fan. He is my favourite Transformer. I wish the exhaust kept going down here. That's my only issue. The exhaust kept going. Apart from that, and obviously just this little issue at the back, which is down to transformation, and I think the more it's going to click on, it will then start to like loosen up and it can fit better, like what the windscreen done just in this video. It will fit better, but looking at it like that, how could Takara not get that right with MP09 the first time? I know eventually they got it right, but it kind of looks like the Flame Warrior with that big chest, that big square chest, and I didn't really like it. I quite like the sleekness of the MP09, and this captures it. So they've done a really good job here. So now it's time to get them into Rodimus Prime mode, and you can basically do it still in this mode. So let's do it. Rodimus Prime mode is quite simple, and you're basically just half transforming Hot Rod, and then what you see is the nod to G1, which these creators have done, and I really like this. So let's take a car, unpeg this bit, just fold this all back up, because we're not going to need this, and just make it all neat and tidy. We'll just fold it up like that just now. Move down the exhausts. I'm going to refocus my camera. Unpeg legs. And let's tidy them back up. So move everything back down just the way we had it. There's one. And what you want to do is turn it on its side here. do the same again. We'll unhook the leg. If I move the wheel out first, straighten it up, like click, move this in, tidy it up, and twist round. So as you can see where this is going, this is going exactly where you think it's going if you've got a Generation 1 Hot Rod. Rodimus Prime, sorry. So, next, put back on the black leg shin guards. And what you want to do is come here and twist the arms so they're like this. And we'll move the exhaust back down so everything's nice and flush. And what you want to do is try and get that little blue bit sitting nicely in amongst it, so that keeps it all flush and in as well. So we'll do the same here. Flip it round, flip these round, line it up, and that just locks everything nicely in place. Now you can come to the back bit and just put that down, like so. So instantly, it's Generation 1 Rodimus Prime. The way it transforms and how the way it slides in. Now I've already got the trailer ready, and it is the exact same as the MP09, except it's the back part you open, flip the front part out, and what you're doing is lining everything up. It just sits in, come to the back bit, and the legs will fit in the little hooks. Close it off. So the legs are now hooked in. Bring down the front bit. Finish off with an exhaust. And soon as we hit the ground, there you have it, folks. Flame Commander in truck mode. Rodimus Prime in truck mode. What a figure this is. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. The clearance is a bit of an issue. Now, as you can see, they like to come down a fraction. I think mine's are just a tad loose. I'm not too sure. But all the wheels can move. So, of course, I'm not going to be playing this as a toy. This is obviously just going to be a collector's item. But to have something as good looking as that is really good. It is really nice to look at. Overall, this is a buy. This is a buy. If you've been looking at the Legend figures, these third-party Legend figures, and you've seen how good they've been, this is a buy. This is a must-buy. Let's put his Target Master on the top. There's not much I'm going to do. I don't think I'll chrome anything. I've put one of the decals on the front, just there, and I'm happy with that. It captures the look of Rodimus Prime. Like I said, I want to do that diorama where you see like all the Titans fighting, and you've got all these Legends bots. I've actually got a new one, which I will get to show you, which will probably be the next video, because I don't know when these Toy Hacks decals are going to show up. And I think it's going to look cool. So the fact now I've got Hot Rod, I've got Rodimus Prime, etc., along with the other leaders, there's a few other ones I want to try and grab. I'm blown away with this, guys. This is a must-buy. So, what's coming next? Up next, folks, we have MB01 Overlord MB, or however way you want to pronounce that. Yes, I have an Overlord Legends class figure, which is basically a mini version of that Carifix figure. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Which is a third-party bot I really want. So I have the Legend scale of it. It's really good. But I do have a lot to say. And that, folks, will be in the next video. See you next time, Transformer fans. Thank you for everyone who tuned in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. all new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur Reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band that does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.